This is part 2 of the tutorial on how to use a laser engraver. So from part 1, I've brought in my actual test piece that I'm going to do, and you can see it's there. It's in red, which means I'm going to cut out that square, and then in black I am going to engrave that. So the colors I'm worried about right now are red for cutting, black for engraving, as in not cutting all the way through the material. So to start off with, let's talk about settings. So in the settings, there is a materials database, and at this point in time there are no set ones for the electronics class. So instead of having to come through here and go to ceramics, or let's say this is plastic, and then it's acrylic, there's different types all in here. Now what I will do is eventually have a bunch of set ones in here, and it'll be called electronics class, and you can actually go and pick which one that you actually want and what material you're using. So for this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to manually change things. So I'm going to hit manual control, and up in here now I'm dealing with 3 basic colors. Red is cutting, blue I can be whichever I want, and basically black is my engraving settings. Now the theory on the laser engraver is the faster you go and the less power you have, the less depth it's going to cut. So the more power you have and the slower you go, the deeper you're going to cut. So for example, on the at I know that for acrylic, which is typical plastic I'm using in this class, I know I'm going to leave the power at 35%, but I can leave the speed at 100. So what that means is it's not going to engrave too deep. It's going to go really fast, and therefore the laser doesn't have time to penetrate. The other part is the PPI, or pulses per inch. I'm going to change that to 1,000. So what that means is the laser beam is going to hit the plastic 1,000 times per inch. So this thing's moving really fast, right? And therefore it's not going to go too deep. So once I have that set, I hit set, and I'm going to go to the red. Now the red is the cutting. That means I want to go with maximum speed, or a lot higher, maximum power. So I'll put 100% power. And for speed, I just know through experience that it is about 3.5% for speed. So it means it's going a heck of a lot slower. And again, my PPI is 1,000. Now these numbers are generated based on use. So over time, people have figured out what the settings for each material is. So for example, if I wanted to engrave a piece of toast, I might want this power to be even less, right? Or if I want to do paper, maybe I want the paper to be set at power 10% in speed, and it'll actually engrave a picture on a piece of paper. Versus cutting out the paper, maybe I want the speed to be 100%, but the power to be maybe 75, and then the paper will get cut out. Anyways, we're cutting plastic, so we're going to go with these settings here. So that's it. There's black setup, there's the red setup, and I've hit set, so I just hit OK, and basically those are all the settings I need other than focusing. So the last part of the tutorial will be on how to focus the laser engraver and actually pressing cut and cutting out the part.